It's ahvay, your kinkologist, spilling a little kink, tea, and drama into your day. Y'all know how we do. Email me your kinky or drama-filled entanglements, and I get you right with that of my personal feedback or that of my tarot cards. Now, this is for mature adults only. If your wear still drawers and a stiff shirt, this ain't for you. Nothing is too kinky or too crazy to discuss. And y'all know we run into the crazy damn near each episode. Remember, kink should always be legal and consensual. I don't care if you're butt naked draped over someone's lap getting spanked or wearing a dog collar and a diaper sucking somebody's toes. We're going to tap it all. For a slot on the show, hit me up at ahvay.kinkologist@gmail.com. Y'all ready for these emails? Let's get it. For those of you who practice or excel in tarot, y'all want to check out this amazing card master, TAROTWITHTHETEA, on Esty. She has mini decks for all of your tarot reading needs. Head over to Esty and check her out. Up first, and I hope I pronounced this person's name correctly, is Rybeck from Detroit. Ahvay. I am absolutely pissed and embarrassed. Okay, my boyfriend and I purchased these vibrating anal plugs. We like to be freaky before work. After our fun, he plugs me. This particular day, we used the new plugs, which were remote stimulators. Things had started off so good that morning. My man was a beast in the bed. I went to work feeling good. We didn't have our daily meeting until midday. Ahvay, a bitch was salty when suddenly I felt two jolts of electric pleasure shoot up inside me. I must have jerked because a few heads at the tables turned in my direction. Just when things settled and I was able to play it off as indigestion, a swirling sound was heard. My ass was jolting and pulsating. I yeeped as the plug went crazy. It was as if I was doing a dance at that damn chair. To make matters worse, the sensations kept increasing. I got my ass up and raced into the restroom. Girl, I got in that stall and snatched that shit out. Then I called my boyfriend and cussed his ass out. He swore he didn't do it. I was so fucking embarrassed. People were knocking on the door, asking if I need EMT. I played it off as if my phone had overheated in my pocket, but I saw the disbelief on my coworkers' faces. My boss told me to take the rest of the day off. I was so fucking heated. I was going to karate chop my boyfriend. However, when I arrived to the house and in our bedroom, the remote was on the dresser and he was still at work. Luckily, I did keep the plug. I contacted the company and they refunded me my entire purchase amount and sent a replacement. Girl, I ain't using that shit. When I told a few of my friends what happened, they said they believe my boyfriend did it with the app on his phone. If so, I'm going to kick his ass. What do you and your cards say? Ooh, honey, I definitely hear some feistiness there. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd be mad as hell too, especially if it is a situation that he did it. But honey, I'm not getting that. I'm so not getting that. I do not think that he did that on purpose. Let me tell you something. In the world of kink, things go crazy a lot. So I've heard of things malfunctioning and things of that nature. Now, this is the first time that I've heard a story on this level. Okay? And I do feel you on that embarrassment. I totally feel you. However, I'm truly not getting a malice intent. I'm not even getting picking up a funny intent. I truly don't think he did that. The malfunction I'm getting, I believe it was the company's fault. I'm getting that this isn't their first rodeo. To be honest, no. No, no, no to the no, no, no. I wouldn't use that replacement either. I would just leave that company's things alone because I'm picking up some weirdness on that end. Also, piece of advice, don't tell your friends everything. Cause and I don't try to deter anybody from their friends, but it's always everybody's not always for you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So don't tell them everything. You understand? Let's take it to the cards and see what the cards have to say. The first card says confidence. Confidence. And see, that's what I'm saying. You can't tell your friends with that, you can't tell your friends everything. You can't. Be confident enough in your relationship and you and him, you and whoever you're with, that y'all can work things out. Now I know we all need to vent sometime, and venting is fine. But certain things you really need to keep to yourself because it's not always gonna give what you want it to give or what you think it should give. You understand? You gotta have that confidence in you and your relationship to know what would or wouldn't happen. You know this guy, y'all been together for a minute. You also know that he knows. He knows how your job go. So why would he do that? Why would he deliberately try to make that thing go off, knowing that you guys do have meetings at your job? So that's what I'm saying. You gotta know who you're with and know what they will or won't do. Have that confidence in your relationship in each other. The next card says user. Girl, I got tired of him asking for money. See, now with this, let me explain to you. With this user card, it's giving you what all a user does or what it could be. But what that tells you is look how that went. Girl, I got that's somebody talking to their friend. Just what I'm trying to tell you. Somebody talking to their friends, telling them stuff. You got to be very careful with that. You got to be very, very careful with that. Again, I know we like to vent, but a lot of times those who seem to be for you aren't always with you. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people like to see distress going on. They like to hear something maybe in their own relationship or their own life things is wonky or whatever, but no, 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 no. Certain things you need to keep to yourself. If you got to vent sometime when you're in that house alone, shit, just talk out loud just to get it off your chest. The next card says truth. And that's just what I'm saying. I don't believe that he did that. I'm not picking up any writers whatsoever that says that he had anything to do with that. I honestly don't believe that. So I think you could just let that one go. Okay? Up next is Stephanie from Maryland. My boyfriend and I have had a few rocky months lately. We both decided that we weren't getting what we needed from one another. I secretly craved to be dominated. Spank me, slap me, pull my hair, take it, and make me beg. Surprise to me when he revealed he likes dog play and age play. So we decided to try it all to appease each other's needs. He stated he wasn't too comfortable with spanking me, and I didn't care much for crawling on the floor with a bib and a diaper on, eating out of his hand. The dog suit was the worst. It has a fuck hole and a damn tail. He actually bought this suit for me and expects me to wear it daily. When I do, he's elated. It is the happiest I've seen him in a long time. However, I feel some type of way, like some deviant freak or something. I don't find animals attractive and certainly don't want to be one. Yet I wear the suit in hopes that he'll get more on board with my king. But so far it's been very limited. I'm not happy. Can we go back to that? Because like I said, guys, I'm reading exactly how they wrote it. So sometimes there are some mistakes going on. Okay. And that one had like the same sentence going on twice. Okay. I'm not happy. In fact, I'm over it. He wants me in that damn suit almost every day, yet he won't fulfill my needs of being dominated. The fucking suit is about to get buried in the backyard. How can I get him to realize that I need more, or we will just have to part? Okay. Now, with this, again, when you enter into the world of kink, you have to understand that there's all levels, all kinds of kink. And if you and your partner have particular kinks, you can try those things to try to see what gets each other off, but you also have to have communication with it. None of it works without communication. You got to have communication and be truthful. Pleasure needs to be a two-way street. If you're not happy yet you're doing all to appease your partner, that's not going to work. It'll cause division real fast. You just need to be honest. Sit him down and tell your truth. I'm feeling his resistance stems from some type of a childhood trauma. And that's what I'm picking up. I'm picking up there's some type of childhood trauma happening here. You need to be prepared to listen to him and what he tells you. Determine whether you can substitute this particular kink. Visit that 80-20 rule, okay? And when I say that 80-20 rule, when you said that if he's not willing to do what you want, then y'all will have to step. Let's look at everything in a relationship. Examine everything in a relationship. Examine everything in him as your man. Is it really worth, just because of this particular area, is it really worth stepping away from the relationship? Or once you find out what the holdup is it possible that you can substitute it with something else and you can continue on? See, when you start saying step away, it's got to be more than just sex that you want to step away. So you need to really examine everything and find out exactly what's happening here. Have that talk with him and hit me up. And now let's take it to the cards. The first card says transition. And see, that's what I'm saying. You have to have that talk with him, because there's something there. It's not telling me what, but there's something there that's blocking him from this. And you may have to transition from that. You might have to change from that particular kink and find something else that will also fulfill you, as well as being able to keep the relationship together. But that's only if the relationship is strong enough to stay together. If there's something else in the background that you're thinking about leaving for, whatever the case may be, then you need to come clean with all of it. You have to put it all together. It can't just be one area. The second card says use your intuition. And see, that's what I'm saying. You've got to, only you can do this. I can't answer this for you. The cards can't answer it for you. You have to examine everything and be honest about it. Because when you said that part about, or we'll have to part, you don't part just for sex. Because let's say if something happened medically and you could no longer have sex, would you really want him to just give up on the relationship? If there's other things that's there in that relationship that are working, that's true, that's real, you don't just give up for that. So you have to be honest with yourself and find out exactly what's happening here. The next card says release. And again, it's all pointing back to that same thing. It's all pointing back to the same thing. You have to be honest. And you have to sit down, you have to examine everything and find out what is really going on here. You've got to have that talk with him and find out, because I'm really picking up there's a childhood trauma as to why he just can't do the beating thing or the spanking thing, the more aggressive, let me put that, the more aggressive thing towards you. So you need to find out what that is and then go forth from there. But you also have to be honest with yourself. Is it really just that's even put that entertained that idea in your head of talking about we'll have to call it quits? Like, where did that come from? You've got to find that out, because that shouldn't have come just for sex. Okay? Have that talk. Be honest with yourself. Hit me back. Up next is Jackson from ATL. My dad is a real prick. I'll give it to him that he came from nothing and made something of himself. Clap, clap. However, now that he has money and shit, he treats me and my stepmother like crap. Yes, the money has allowed us to live a life many only dream of and got us out of that nightmare trailer park. In the midst of my sorrow, I turned to driving hot cars and flashing money, trying to keep my inner demons at bay. My stepmother turned to expensive booze. She's gorgeous, like a Kardashian, but is totally emotionally and mentally crushed on the inside. While it appears we have it all to the outside world, only we know the hell we live in daily. I've tried to venture out to make my own way. He won't allow it. He freezes our accounts if we show the slightest hint of defiance. He clocks our time, knows our every spending move. We know that this comfort we found in each other is taboo, but the binds are real, are strong. I am physically attached. I was physically attacked in that trailer park. I can't return to that. She has painful history as well. He yells constantly. He threatens us daily. He belittles us and throws shit around. We're on the third set of hired help because they don't stay. In the thick of our misery, my stepmother and I have comforted each other. That comfort has crossed many lines. That comfort has crossed many lines. But without that comfort, one of us may have gone postal or completely mental broken. Okay, now that's what it says. Or completely mental broken. All right. We fell in love, but see no way out of this hell. I contacted you here as this is a public platform, an area my father would never look. Do you have any advice? Honestly, there's so much going on here. Uh, my vibes are all over the place with this. Malice, murkiness, pain. Uh, it's like a pressure, like someone with their boot on your neck. One thing I could say, one thing I could say in all of this is, he's not gonna change. For your sake and hers, you two need to find a way to walk away from the house and lifestyle before things turn real ugly. And trust me, they can get worse. It can get much worse. And as much as I understand why y'all have turned to one another, I can't green like that. Because even though she's miserable, she's still married to him. And I know she's not your blood mother, and she came in later on in the picture. Uh, there's still that family ship there. So I can't green like that. I'm not shaming it, but I'm not green lighting it either. This is a situation that has to be fixed. It something has to happen, and it has to happen soon, because the way that you guys are living in this misery is just not cool. It's just not cool. I'm getting a child here. I'm picking up a child. There's gonna be a reveal soon. The negative vibes are so strong. I can't tell on whose side the child will emerge. Like when I say that, I'm not sure if she's pregnant or if dad has someone else pregnant. I'm not sure, but I'm picking up a child, and that's gonna be revealed real soon. I'm also getting hitting money. You really need to put an exit plan in place. Okay. I'm really getting I'm getting that there's going to be a big reveal very soon. And I need you to man up. I understand your fears. I understand your fears about the trailer park. But the situation you're in now is just, it's incredible. You understand? And there's so much murkiness that I'm picking up from it. Like I said, pain. It's like how can I explain it? Like fabric weaving together. Uh, if you ever seen a net, like a fish net, and it's weird. It's Y'all got to get out of this, okay? Y'all have to get out of this situation. Physically, mentally, all of it. Y'all need to get out. And you can't be afraid of starting over. You can't let your past experiences hold you stagnant, hold you hostage from getting out, because this is not going to get any better. Are you listening to me? It's not going to get any better. And I really feel that there's that child situation that's going to come out, but something else is going to happen too. And as I said, I'm picking up this money. I'm seeing this money. I'm picking up this money, this hidden money at that. Uh, so you have had some type of plan. And it's time that you really get this thing together, get this plan together. I do feel that you have some money on the side, and you need to take that and use it, because this is not going to work. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is not going to work. You have to face your fears and be ready to move when the reveal comes. Let's take it to the cards. The first card says, follow through, and that's what I'm saying. You already got that plan. You've had it for a while. You've got that money hidden. Now it is time. It is time. Do you hear me? You have got to go ahead with the exit plan. You've got to, because I promise you, this is not going to, when it comes out, it's not going to be good at all. It's not going to be good at all. So I'm telling you, you really have to do what you have to do. And this is it. You've got to get out. You've got to get out. Okay? The second card says, religious beliefs affecting your relationship. Now, with that, what that means is just what I said. I can't greenlight it. I can't greenlight it, because she is your stepmother and she is already married. So just the marriage part and the sex on the side of the marriage is adultery. So that's wrong there. So I can't greenlight it, but only you two know what you're really going through. Only you two know that. And if y'all feel that it's strong enough to go the distance, or whatever the case may be, it's not going to do it there. Y'all need to do it and do it right if you're going to do it. And that means that you have to get out of that house. She has to get out of that current marriage. That is the only way. It cannot go on the way it is now. It can't. It cannot go on like this. And as I stated, when that reveal come, I just see a big blowout, explosion. The next card says confidence and commitment. So again, you two have to be strong in this. If what you have with her is truly, truly real and strong, and if y'all are committed to one another, and to be honest, y'all not going to know the depths of that commitment until this boot is off your neck. You have got to get out of this situation. She has got to get out of it. And this, I don't see anything but a divorce happening. I don't. And I don't, again, I don't tell anybody to leave who they're with, but there's nothing that can be savaged here. Nothing can be savaged here. It is impossible. It must end. And only then maybe you and her need to get some counseling. I suggest that strongly. And after some time, Like that old saying comes, you let it go. If it come back, then it's meant to be. You see that this thing is really still deep and strong. I have nothing to say against it. But you got to get out of there. You got to start doing things the right way. Because that's the only way a happy ever after is going to happen. You've got to do things the right way. Which means she has to get a divorce. Y'all need some counseling, a little separation. And then once everything is done, if it comes back, then do you. Hit me up. Let me know what happens. Up next is Tyson from Florida. Ahvay, I got caught up with this older chick. I met her at a nightclub. Damn, she was tight. Her body was nice. I knew right off that she was older than me. The very night I drove her Jaguar to her beachfront home. I practically moved in the next day. This chick owns several businesses. 2 weeks in, she brought me a brand new Mustang, fully loaded. My friends kept joking me, saying that I was kept dick. I knew that some of them were jealous, but it was my cousin who kept wanting me to get something out of the deal for myself before she dumps me back into reality. I wasn't worried. I've been with her now for more than a year. I run errands for her businesses, run daily errands for her, and yeah, provide dick. She dresses me when we attend her parties and such. Her friends stare at me with vulturous eyes. I've heard them snickering. I never cared about providing dick before, but now I feel like fucking prime meat. She's been talking to some rich dude, even went to a few functions with him. I overheard her on the phone telling her friends that my time is up, that she could pass me on for a fee. I told my cousin about this, and he told me to grab something expensive, get some cash, and haul ass. A friend of mine wrote to you a while ago. They took you and your card's advice and are now good. What do your cards say I should do? First off, I'm going to say I'm all for you getting something out of the deal, but stealing, I'm not greenlighting that. I don't say steal anything. Sadly to say, this isn't my first time with a situation like this. When going into these kinds of relationships, you got to have your eyes wide open. If you bring nothing to the table but sex, the fire has a due date. Understand what I'm saying? Instead of just expecting gifts, perhaps try to go to school or get a business going. If you're in that kind of relationship, older man, older woman, they spending money on you, you got to be ready for the due date because everything expires, okay? And it's good while the going is good. It's great while the going is good. You understand what I'm saying? They're spending, y'all partying, pop champagne, all this here kind of bullshit, correct? But once that's over, when all the fireworks done went off, what's left? So what you want to do if you're in that type of situation, get something for yourself. While they spending that money, go on to school, get a business, and make sure you get that business in your name. So when everything goes haywire, you got something. I mean, you are having sex with them, so you are providing a service. What better way than get something out the deal? Because that's very true. When you're dumped back into reality, if you've got nothing, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So you got to be smart about these things. You understand? Because at the end of the day, once the sex is stale, once it's no longer brand new, the excitement has worn off for the other person, you're out the door. Be smart going into these kind of relationships. That's all I can say. It's wonderful to get the nice gifts, clothes, jewelry, and all that. But while you're doing those things, get something that you can have for yourself when everything is done. Let's take it to the cards. The first card says unity. And that's what I'm saying. See, when it says unity, it's not saying two people together. It's saying you, because of the situation we're talking about, your unity. You've got to get something for you, because right now you're living a high life. You're living that high life. But what's gonna happen? You understand what I'm saying? When that's done and over with, you can love that other person or like it however the sex is going, but you gotta love yourself, and that's where that unity come in. You gotta love yourself enough to say, okay, I'm with this person, whatever, everything going good, but yo, I gotta take care of me. I gotta take care of me, because at the end of the day, if something don't work here, whatever, I'm gonna be right back in that situation I was in. So no, it's not like you're doing anything sneaky or anything, but at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. You're taking care of you. Just most jobs have a 401k. Boom, that's what you're doing. So go to school if that person willing to pay. Go get you some type of business, car lot, barber shop, a beauty parlor, daycare center if you're wanting something. Get you something so that when this all is over, you got some form of income coming in to sustain you. You have to take care of you. You understand? Up next says, men are victims too. I like that. Men are victims too. Now, with this, what we're saying is look at the situation that you're in. You're telling me that you're with this older lady and all this stuff. You also stated that she's already started going. Brother, you said that she's already going out with a older man. She's been going out to these functions or whatever. Brother, life is showing you what's about to happen. You don't see that door? You don't see that door? Because it's right there. The fact that her and this older man already started going out to different functions, that's telling you something. That is telling you something, bro. Definitely, your time is almost up. So I ain't saying steal something, but you need to try to get yourself something out of the deal and get on. Now, that part about her passing you to her friends for a fee, if that's the deal that you want to do, that's on you. That's on you. You're a grown ass man. I can't tell you what to do. If you already know the game, you already know what you heard. You overheard this. So if you're willing to allow her to pass you on to her friends for a fee or whatever, then bang, that's on you. That's your call to make. The third card says disrespected and discarded, and this is exactly, boop, what I'm hearing. Because anytime somebody's saying that they're going to pass you on for a fee, what? Like, are you a prostitute or something? Like, what exactly are they saying here? Because if I was laying up with you, and now you're telling me you're going to pass me to your friend, but the friend got to pay you for me, basically that's what you are, some kind of prostitute or escort. And if that's the case, then you ought to be getting the money for yourself. You don't need nobody else to do that. You don't need no freaking pimp or nothing. Shit. If you're going to be out here using your body or whatever to get money or whatever, you can do that for yourself. So, I would be highly disrespected. I will feel disrespected. And I think that's more so what that cousin is saying. Because this is, no, that ain't cool at all. That ain't cool at all. You need to get the hell out of there. Make sure you got all whatever gifts, jewelry or whatever. You need to be stockpiling that shit and get that out the house before she throw you out. Because she may throw you out and say you got to keep it. You got to give her everything she bought you. So you need to be moving them gifts or whatever right on to that cousin's house or something. Get you a safety deposit box or something to be putting that stuff in there. Let me know what happens. Hit me back. Final thoughts. Loves. You have every right to want to be pleased the way you crave to be. However, talk to your partner when you see resistance in them. Their story might shock you. Also, abuse isn't right no matter who's doing the abuse or who's receiving the abuse. No matter the abusee's age. Toxic relations don't fix themselves. If you're in a toxic relation, get out. With that said, if you have a bizarre situation or simply some drama and need to give voice to it, I'll take that on too. No subject is too taboo to discuss. Whatever you're into, just be careful. And as always, play safe in your kink. Until next time, and as always, keep it kinky. Guys, we are growing. Guys, in the coming weeks, we will be undergoing a cosmetic change as the show has opened up to all areas of kink drama and good old fashioned tea. I want to thank everyone that writes in. Keep them coming. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, share it with your friends and family, and join the fam.